Hello and welcome to SKTV. You're watching Prime Time English News. The headlines first. Normal life crippled in Manipur following general strike called by various banned organizations over controversial merger of October 15, 1949. MPCC President Kaisham Meghachandra urges unity and harmony for peaceful coexistence, envisioning a progressive Manipur. Members of Manipuri Elders Consortium Shillong and Shillong Manipuri Students Union protest against demolition of Manipur Rajbari in Shillong. And CBI arrests Executive Director and Regional Officer of National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited in 10 lakh rupees bribery case, seizes 2.62 crore rupees. And now the news in detail. 12-hour general strike called by various valley-based revolutionary organizations to protest Manipur's merger into the Indian Union on 15 October 1949 brought normal life to a standstill across valley districts today. The proscribed outfits, marking it as Black Day, termed Manipur's merger as a forceful annexation of a sovereign nation. The general strike resulted in deserted streets, closed shops and suspension of all business activities in Imphal East and West districts, including Khwaramban Kaithel and major market areas. Passenger vehicle parking zones and inter-district transport services also remained empty, while educational institutions stayed closed. However, essential services, emergency medical facilities and religious activities were exempted from the general strike. And on the other hand, the 12-hour general strike called by Corcom has crippled normal life in the state. Markets and all kinds of business establishments in Imphal East District, including Lamlong Kaithel, Porumpat, Soibam Lekai, Konung Mamang and Wangkai remained shut, while most vehicles, except for some private vehicles, stayed off the road. However, pharmacies, religious functions and emergency services were exempted from the general strike. The total shutdown and general strike being imposed by several proscribed groups in protest against the alleged annexation of Manipur by the Indian Union on October 15, 1949 severely affected normal life in Imphal West District today. Markets and all kinds of business establishments, including banking services, were closed, while most vehicular movements, including passenger services, were halted owing to the general strike. However, emergency services and religious functions were exempted in the general strike. Police and security forces were also taking measures to thwart occurrence of any untoward incident during the general strike. Shutdown and general strike called by various proscribed groups in the state also crippled normal life in Taubal district. Markets and shops in Taubal, Wangjing, Yaripok and Khongjom remained shut throughout the morning and afternoon, and the district also saw less vehicular movements except for few private vehicles. Banks, petrol pumps, schools, colleges and other offices also remained closed during the shutdown. And in Bishnupur district, life came to a halt following a 12-hour general strike called by various valley-based outfits against Manipur's merger into the Indian Union on October 15, 1949. Main market areas of the district, including Nambol Kaithel, Oinam Kaithel, Bishnupur Kaithel, Ningthokong Kaithel, Moirang Kaithel and Kumbi Kaithel carried a deserted look as shops, traffic and oil pumps were closed. Moreover, banks, educational institutes and government offices remained shut due to the general strike affecting daily activities. However, the shutdown was relaxed for essential services. President of Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC, Kaisham Meghachandra, has called for collective efforts in bringing a transformative and progressive Manipur. The MPCC president was speaking on the sideline of Vote Chor Gaddi Chhod signature campaign, which was held at Kumbi Setupur under Kumbi constituency today. Social activist Wangkhem Sobha along with workers attended the campaign, which was organized by Kumbi Block Congress Committee. While accusing BJP of engaging in vote theft and of stealing the rights of citizens, K. Meghachandra said, Vote Chor Gaddi Chhod signature campaign is being organized across India to bring together citizens against BJP, which is not only tarnishing democratic values but also violating the constitution of this country. On the other hand, social activist Wangkhem Sobha highlighted that Kumbi constituency lags behind in development activities and urged people to unite and to work towards harmonious Manipur.
Manipur justice Ima event PC, Alaman Laigu, Naharu Mayamsi, Tegnamina, Amata, Akopata Kadaduna, Saxon Yamaki, the Yore, Manipur, Old Bakura, question minus in Laibu, Laibu, Maramasina, Old Manipur, Tanaka, Manipur, Amna, Luxina, the Yore, Maramasina. Miang Pradana on the Kamiraga, Masina Pay, Masina Pate, one night and Nabi Harakada, Akadaba Manipur, Tungi Manipur, Miang Puna Semina Bagi, Matamadu Yore,
Democracy Sakolega Amadadi, Sakia say, Pazaki Putale, Pazaki Putale, Sakia say, representative Asida, Sahi Manaki win a Sinagadurina. Jemu, Hiram, Kudimata, Kumbi, Kendra, Sida, Swata, the
Members of Manipuri Elders Consortium Shillong MECS and Shillong Manipuri Students Union Samsu took out a protest against the demolition of Manipur Rajbari in Shillong today. The controversial demolition has been widely condemned as an act of cultural and historical desecration. The historic Manipur Rajbari at Redlands, a colonial era structure which is over 95-year-old, was demolished on October 8th. Speaking on the sideline, convener of MECS N. Munish alleged that the demolition was conducted under directives from senior authorities in Manipur. He maintained that Planning and Development Authority PDA and Art and Culture Department are responsible for the decision. Calling the act insensitive, he asserted that the Manipur Rajbari was not just a building but a soul of Manipur's identity. He also demanded immediate dismissal of PDA officials and caretakers responsible for the demolition. MEC has also demanded reconstruction of Rajbari using the same design and as much of the original wood and materials as possible, and also appealed to the Meghalaya government to include the bungalow in official heritage status. Kanglei Indigenous Martial Arts and Cultural Society Kimax has strongly condemned the demolition of Manipur Rajbari in Shillong into dust and termed it as part of a series of attempts to erase the history of Manipur. In a press release issued by Kimax Secretary General R.K. Leninsana, the association alleged that the demolition is an attempt to erase Manipur's political history and create confusion to the future generations. Destruction of a living heritage reflects complete disregard of the sensitivities of its people. The association also termed both the statements released by Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and Planning and Development Authority as insincere. Kimax urged concerned authorities responsible to be held accountable for the incident, while also welcoming the recently formed Reconstruction Committee to look into the matter. Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) has arrested an executive director and regional officer of National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited (NHIDCL) Regional Office Guwahati while accepting a bribe of 10 lakh rupees from a private person. The arrested person is identified as Maisnam Riten Kumar Singh. CBI registered a case against the executive director and regional officer and 2 other representatives of a private company. A press release from CBI informed that CBI laid as trap on October 14th and caused the accused executive director and 1 private person while accepting bribe from a private person for issuance of favorable extension of time and completion certificate of the work performed by private company pertaining to contract of 4-laning of National Highway 37 between Dimau to end of Moran bypass, besides other contracts in Assam. Later, searches were conducted at office and residential premises of the accused persons, and during the search, cash amounting to 2.62 crore rupees and documents related to 9 landed properties and 20 apartments owned by Maisnam Riten Kumar and his family members across India. CBI also seized documents pertaining to purchase of high-end vehicles and further verification of immovable and movable properties of the accused public servant is in progress. The arrested persons are likely to be produced before Court of Special Judge in Guwahati. Irate locals in Thamnapokpi under Bishnupur district briefly blocked Tidim Road over arrest of 28-year-old man from Thamnapokpi ward number 4 by Bishnupur district police commando today. Morangthem Chinglemba alias Kalu was reportedly picked up by Bishnupur district police commando at around 5 a.m. this morning. Upon hearing about the incident, Irate local came out in large numbers and blocked Tidim Road at Thamnapokpi area. Later, Morangthem Chinglemba was released in the afternoon and was handed over to local Merapebi organization. Protesters then called off their road blocking following the release of the youth. Timely response from Manipur Fire Service prevented a major fire incident at Melo restaurant located at Thamaiban, Maisnam Lekai today. The incident occurred around 4:30 p.m. when a fire erupted at the restaurant due to a leakage of cooking gas cylinders. A team of Manipur Fire Service led by Sub-Officer Sage Rishikanta swiftly acted upon receiving the news, which led to the extinguishment of the flames before they intensified. Later, Director of Manipur Fire Service also arrived at the scene and took stock of the situation. Time for a short break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV.
SKTV na local operator singidamak nungairaba pau puduna luxury high speed internet IPTV OTT yauna atai khudongchaba kya piriba SKTV gi saruk ama oibiu franchise ki kuthangda mapangal kalava connection facility leijare local cable operator ama oiduna miyamda news amasung entertainment program sing yahonbiu SKTV gi technology amasung magul leiraba service asida adumsu yawiu Akupa Marol Gidamak, mobile number 7005-259-437, Natraga 8974-209-157 da call Taubiratuna Kangbi Bayagani.
Welcome back, and in further news, a total of 98 individuals tested positive for dengue in Manipur in the past 24 hours. In an official data issued by government, a total of 184 samples were tested and 98 samples came out positive with dengue. Imphal West District reported the highest number of cases with 67 samples turning out positive out of the 106 samples tested in the last 24 hours. On the other hand, 23 positive cases were found in Imphal East District, followed by 3 cases in Bishnupur District. 1 dengue positive case each were reported in Kangpokpi and Thobal districts. It may be mentioned that dengue is transmitted to humans through the bite of Aedes aegypti mosquito. These mosquitoes typically bite during the day, particularly around dawn and dusk. To lower the risk of getting dengue, it is important to protect from mosquito bites and prevent mosquito breeding by covering domestic water storage containers and by disposing solid waste properly. Department of Radiation Oncology RIMS and DHR ICMR Advanced Molecular Oncology Diagnostic Services project under Department of Pathology RIMS organized a day-long breast cancer awareness program on the theme Every Story is Unique, Every Journey Matters at Biramogul College in Sohombong today. A total of around 80 participants attended the awareness program. Principal of Biramogul College, Dr. A. Jibanlata, Nodal Officer of Awareness Program at RIMS Imphal, Dr. B. Arun Kumar Sharma, Professor of Department of Pathology RIMS, Dr. Babina Sarangthem, Dr. Akoizum Sunita, Dr. Angom Ronibala, and Dr. Dorofiona Swear from Department of Radiation Oncology RIMS attended the program. The awareness program underscored the vital message that early detection saves lives and encouraged everyone to utilize available screening methods, benefit from free diagnostic services, and engage in community advocacy to help prevent and control breast cancer. Relief Committee Jenims has called on the state government to take immediate action to improve the condition of the only state-run medical institute in Manipur, citing urgent needs for better infrastructure, manpower and medical facilities to ensure quality health care for the public. In a release issued today, the committee noted that public expectations for upgrading the institute had risen following the appointment of Health and Family Welfare Department and Ayush Commissioner as Secretary to the Governor. On the contrary, the hospital continues to face shortages of essential equipment, staff and facilities on a daily basis. Patients with serious health conditions from other district health centers are routinely referred to Jenims. While the hospital has skilled doctors, lack of necessary equipment has hindered them from performing critical treatments. The committee also highlighted that some doctors have previously threatened to resign due to these challenges. The committee recalled that in 2024, the institute was severely affected by devastating floods, which rendered many areas inaccessible and unsafe. Additionally, the road leading to the hospital remains in poor condition, causing further inconvenience to patients. The committee has urged the current PR government to address these issues promptly, warning that failure to do so would lead to stronger agitations in the future. It's a story filled with determination, dedication and grit in fulfilling duty. Medinliu Prinmai, an Asha worker from Tamenglong district, walked nearly 28 kilometers for about 8 hours across hills to reach Atangkunau and Atangkulen villages for the intensified pulse polio immunization EP program. Medinliu Prinmai carried a vaccine box on her back through difficult terrain and delivered polio vaccines to children in her village. The village, located deep in Manipur's interior hills, has no proper motorable road or consistent power supply. Despite these challenges, Medinliu made the long journey on foot as part of the pulse polio immunization drive and ensured no child are left out. Her effort tells the harsh realities faced by villagers in the state's remote areas where basic services are still lacking, yet health workers like Medinliu continue to bridge the gap, often by taking the path of endurance and determination. Meanwhile, recognizing her immense contributions, Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla also shared the story of 51-year-old Asha worker Medinliu. In a post on X, Manipur Governor lauded 13 years of tireless service by Medinliu Prinmai, gave salute to her dedication and spirit of service. Youth Front of Federation of Haumi has warned against polarization of the indigenous pillar installed at Sombung Kabui Khunjau in Imphal district, stating that the pillar is a symbol of unity. In a press statement issued by Federation of Haumi Youth Front General Secretary K.H. Johnson, it stated that the pillar has been engraved, "We solemnize the principle of 7 Yeksalai," symbolizing unity. The press statement recounted the contributions of all 25 indigenous tribes of Manipur, including indigenous MLAs and Muslim community. The organization expressed appreciation of their efforts and noted that a few of them are facing intimidation from certain groups. The organization remarked that such elements are incite animosity and urged to refrain from doing so in the future. Kangleipak Minority Welfare Organization KMWO Manipur has expressed strong discontent over the omission of Meitei Pangal community from the indigenous pillar recently installed by Federation of Haumi at Sombung Kabui Khunjau, Imphal East District. In a statement, KMWO termed the act as unfortunate and deeply hurtful to the sentiments of Meitei Pangal community. It stated that despite Meitei Pangal being listed as an indigenous community of Manipur in the Gazette notification, in addition to the titular King Sanajawbal Leshamba affirming this status, certain groups and civil society organizations continue to malign and disregard their identity. The organization further questioned the decision to engrave only the Yeksalai or 7 clans of Meitei community on the pillar while calling it an indigenous pillar, suggesting that it can be named a 7-clan pillar. KMWO appealed for unity among all indigenous groups of the state, urging people not to create further division and to use social media responsibly in addressing such sensitive issues. Meanwhile, Zomi Council has strongly condemned the indigenous pillar erected by Federation of Haumi FOH at Sombung Khunjao for listing only 25 of the 33 recognized tribes of Manipur, calling it misleading, divisive and damaging to indigenous unity. Highlighting the Zomi's centuries-long presence in the state and contributions of leaders like T.C. Tiangkham, the council demanded immediate removal of the monument, a public apology from FOH, and legal action by state authorities to prevent further conflict. The council warned that attempts to distort history and discriminate against Zomis would be brought to the attention of the central government, emphasizing that shared heritage cannot be erased by selective representation. Mayailambi Apunballop has warned of blocking National Highway 137A, which is also known as Mayailambi, from the midnight of October 16th in case the government does not begin its repairing work. In a press release issued by its publicity secretary Huirem Sam Kishore Mitei, the organization aired the grievances of the commuters and the general public owing to the dilapidated road condition of the national highway, stating that it is posed a grave threat to the commuters. It went on to criticize the government's attitude of paying no heed to the public's complaints unless they resorted to intensified protest. It also asked the general public to take social responsibility of pressing the government for repairing the road. Deputy Commissioner of None District Sharat Chandra Aroju chaired a district-level officer DLO's meeting at the DC Conference Hall in None District Headquarters today. The meeting was part of the preparation for the proposed visit of Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla to the district on October 18th. Briefing the DLOs and staff present at the meeting, Aroju instructed them to be prepared for a district-level review meeting with the governor in None District Headquarters. He also asked several departments including agriculture, horticulture, MSRLM and forest departments to be fully prepared for setting up stalls during the governor's visit at the None DC complex. During the meeting, matters related to security arrangements, meeting venue decoration and other necessary arrangements for the VIP's visit were discussed and assigned and responsibilities to the officers concerned. District Mental Health Program Kaching, in association with District Health Society Kaching and District Police Kaching, jointly organized a day-long targeted intervention program on stress management and suicide prevention at Sugnu Mamanglekai Community Hall yesterday. Chief Medical Officer Kaching District Dr. Thodam Rajan, SDPO Sugnu Ngangbam Anthony Suresh, OC Sugnu Police Station Mohammad Riaz Khan, CDO Sugnu Subedar E. Subhash Chandra, Deputy SP Ops Kaching L. Bedrazit, District Nodal Officer of Mental Health Program Kaching Dr. Kangembam Gopeshwar attended the program. Assam Rifles has actively conducted a series of activities across Chandel, Tengnopal, Churchanpur and Kangpopi districts. Today, a quick reaction team responded promptly to a road accident near Khenzang village in Chandel, providing first aid and stabilizing an injured villager before evacuation to healthcare facility. The force also extended medical support during the annual sports day at St. George School More on October 14th and conducted CPR and basic cardiac life support BCLS training for 110 participants. In a tribute to World Students Day on 15th October, Assam Rifles organized career guidance sessions, drawing and painting competitions, a mobile library and volleyball tournaments across 5 villages in Chandel, engaging 278 participants and promoting educational development. Additionally, under the National Pulse Polio Program and Operation Sadbhavna, the force conducted polio vaccination drive for 107 children at an IDP camp in Churchanpur and provided educational resources to Kuki Students Organization Women Wing in Kangpopi. Spring Trust conducted a Faithful Biotech Company and Rongmai Naga Youth Organization Manipur today organized a free medical camp at Siangai Namdai village in Kangpopi district. During the medical camp, various specialist doctors and nurses from Makam Hospital in None provided medical care to 200 villagers and distributed medicines to those in need. Tangkhul Naga Film Association has strongly condemned the circulation of maliciously edited version of the videos of Manipuri renowned singer Samuralarpam Nabha Sharma performing in the award presentation ceremony of Tangkhul Naga Film Festival held on March 29th on social media. According to a statement issued by TNFA, the circulation of the edited version of the original video uploaded on official YouTube channel of TNFA was a character assassination of Nabha Sharma, widely known as Nabha Volcano. Further, stating that the fabricated clips taken out of context deliberately distort an innocent and artistic interaction into something unbecoming, TNFA termed such actions to malign the reputation of Nabha Sharma are deeply irresponsible and contrary to the values of a civilized and cultured society. Rashtriya Modi Seva Samiti RMSS Manipur, EYDA and EYCA jointly conducted fogging in and around the localities under the jurisdiction of the two local clubs today. The initiative, carried out under the aegis of RMSS Youth President R.K. Hemochandra, covered around 260 houses under the jurisdiction of EYDA and a large number of houses in Kompal Chanam Lekai and Kompal Khetri Lekai. North American Manipur Association NAMA has launched the 2025 NAMA Research Grant to support and encourage academic excellence among emerging scholars from Manipur. The one-time grant worth 50,000 rupees each will be awarded to 2 PhD candidates enrolled at universities in Manipur who have completed their coursework and demonstrate strong research commitment. Previous recipients are not eligible. Aimed at promoting culture of research within the Manipuri community, the grant invites applications until October 30th, with winners to be announced on December 15th, 2025. For details and application forms, applicants can visit www.namaonline.org or email namagroups@gmail.com. And in sports, dominance of Manipur continues in women's football as Manipur has been crowned the champion of the 30th Senior Women's National Football Championship for Rajmata Jijabai Trophy 2025-26 today. In the final match that was played today at RKM Ashram Ground in Chhattisgarh, defending champion Manipur defeated former champion West Bengal by a solitary goal to lift the national championship title for the record 24th time. Linda Kom scored the only goal for Manipur in the 93rd minute of the match to seal the victory. The match started with dominance from Manipur. However, the team failed to convert their several opportunities into goal. The score remained level even at the end of 90 minutes. But it was Linda Kom who converted a long pass from Panjabam Nirmala in the 93rd minute to give Manipur its 24th Senior Women's National Football Championship title. Ratan Ilangbam is the head coach of Manipur team, while T.H. Tababi is the team manager. M. Amarjit is the goalkeeping coach and N. Jina is the physiotherapist of the team. And in today's weather report, according to ICAR Regional Center Lamphel-Pat, state's maximum temperature was recorded at 31 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 21 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 90% in the morning and 60% in the evening. And that is all we have in this bulletin. But before we end, here are the headlines once again. Normal life crippled in Manipur following general strike called by various banned organizations over controversial merger of October 15th, 1949. MPCC President Kaisham Meghachandra urges unity and harmony for peaceful coexistence, envisioning a progressive Manipur. Members of Manipuri Elders Consortium Shillong and Shillong Manipuri Students Union protest against demolition of Manipur Rajbari in Shillong. And CBI arrests Executive Director and Regional Officer of National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited in 10 lakh rupees bribery case, seizes 2.62 crore rupees. Coming up next in a while is Prime Time Manipuri News, presented by Olivia. Stay tuned.